think they should play music during the waiting.
There you go.
All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to the Board of Adjustments, January 27th, 2015 meeting. I'm calling it to order. My name is Brad Walker. I'm chairman. I got a current announcement to the board members that Miss Kathy Desideer has resigned from the board. So we have another position to fill. So that'd be two on our list. So I'd like to thank her for her service and everything, for the years of service. I think there were over 10 years worth of service to the Board of Adjustments. So we wish Kathy the best of luck. Now I'm going to do a roll call of the current members here. Brad Walker, chairman. Mr. Jim Cecil, vice chairman.
Present.
Mr. Mike Broke.
Present.
Mr. Willie Robinson, not present. Absent. Aaron Lawler.
Present.
Mr. Devin Graham.
Present.
All right. At this time, I'm going to open it for nominations to be the 2015 chairman. Do I hear any nominations to be chairman for the Board of Adjustment?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Brad Walker.
Second that nomination.
Okay. Anybody else want to be chairman?
Nope, all you.
Nope.
No, it's all you.
All right, I guess I'm closing nomination. And I guess I'm chairman again.
I guess so.
I don't ever win the coin toss. All right, do I hear nominations for the 2015 vice chairman?
Yes, I'd like to nominate Devin.
All right.
I second that nomination.
Well, since the other people seconded it, I guess.
Well, you notice how
Now we're
fast
closing
you get going?
nominations,
I third it.
and Devin is our new vice chair. Thank you. Congratulations, Devin.
Thank you, sir.
That just means you got to take over when I'm not here.
All right.
So the more I miss, the more you get up here. All right. Open it up for public comment period. Anybody has anything for or against the Board of Adjustment, please come forward. If you're here to talk about a certain issue tonight, please wait for that issue. You'll get to speak on each issue. This is just kind of a generic public comment period. Anybody's got anything to say? Okay, nobody rushing to the stand. Go ahead and close public comment period. And we'll go ahead and hear a motion. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the December 16th, 2014 minutes?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
To approve a motion to approve the acceptance of the minutes by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Mike Brew. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the written decisions of December 16th, 2014?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Okay. Got a motion to approve the written decisions by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Devin Graham. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, now we'll start with our first public hearing, variance, zoning review ID 2482.15 for lot G-4-B of the Schofield Joseph Delat property for Becky Landry, located on the west side of Delat Road, approximately 980 feet south of Highway 30. Is somebody here to present this variance? Please come forward and sign in, and if you're the applicant, we're going to swear you in.
Oh, yeah.
Where you want me to sign in?
All right, go ahead and get sworn in.
Yes.
All right, tell us what you're trying to do.
We're requesting a variance to put a mobile home on the property that I think you all have information in your packets. It's just a little less than an acre, which is why we're requesting the variance. It's to put a mobile home on the property that is for me to live in.
Okay, you're moving the mobile home over to, lot 4, G4B?
Yes, sir. There's currently a home there. We're just going to the front part of the property.
Okay, and you're doing what? Usually we give somebody a secondary residence because that they're helping out a elderly person?
I'm helping my mom out with the property and her residence.
Okay.
She's there by herself.
Now, I noticed in your packet that you got that this will not ever be rented or sold?
No, if something happens and, with her or whatever, and I choose to leave, it will be moved off the property. No one
Okay.
else will live there.
That's usually our requirements. No other questions.
Any other questions? All right, have a seat. We're gonna open up a public comment period.
Thank you.
You can sit.
Anybody have anything for or against this variance, please come forward. All right, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion or discussion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept as written.
I'll second that motion.
Okay,
That was quick.
got a motion by Mr. Mike Bro, second by Mr. Aaron Loyler to approve as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion
Got it.
passes.
Thank you.
Going on to second review ID 2473.14 for lot 37 of Leroy Robbins subdivision for Evelyn Rumsenar. That's close enough. Located on the east side of South Sammy Street, approximately 1,350 feet south of Cornerview Road. All right. Sign in, get sworn in, and tell us what you're trying to do.
She is that.
No. City cuts out like back to the fire.
Can I have my brother come up? He's the one who doing the major part of everything.
Sure.
Vijay? Thank you.
Whoever's explaining, we just get them sworn in.
Yeah.
Do what?
Who's going to speak?
He's gonna be talking, but the line is on my name.
Oh, right. Yes, ma'am.
All right, tell us what you're trying to do, please.
We're trying to put a trailer on the lot to live in.
What's currently on the lot right now?
Nothing, sir.
According to this, according to this, I'm looking at the property that's it's in our overhead. That looks like half of a mobile home was on there already.
We demolished that.
So that's gone.
That's gone.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Okay. Nothing else exists on that piece of property?
No, sir.
Well, the slab of concrete, y'all placed that to put the
Yes.
home on?
Yes, we put
Okay,
the
I just went by there, I seen it. So y'all gonna set the, mobile home on that
concrete.
slab.
Yes, on the slab.
Now, is the slab turning, or is it gonna go between two lots, like this looks like now? So it's going long ways now and staying on this one lot and not on the two lot?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay.
Actually,
So it's going long ways, and we're looking at 19 feet from
Yeah.
the back? And in front?
Oh,
19
from
feet in
front.
front.
6 foot, according to this request, 6 foot feet on the front, okay? That's what I don't understand.
Okay.
It says right here that the variance being requested is 19 feet.
Right, so it's gonna be 6 foot from the...
19 feet on the front or 19 feet on the back?
19
6
feet
feet
from
on
the
the front.
front,
How much
6
is on the
feet
back?
from the property line on the front.
Yeah.
So that difference is 19
A
feet.
19-foot variance for.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So it would be 6
forward.
feet from the property line from the front.
Gotcha, thank you.
And why are you coming up so forward, so close to the front? Is the trailer taking up most of it, or is it because of this tree in the back?
That's
Yes,
exactly
trailer
right.
coming up.
Trailer's taking up the majority of it?
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a ditch behind the house, behind where the trailer's gonna sit, and half of it, it's about 15 feet wide, but 8 feet deep.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
No other questions?
Devin, any other?
no,
All right, have a seat. We're gonna open up public comment period.
Thanks.
Stay right there.
Anybody like to speak for or against this variance, please come forward. Okay, closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion?
I'd like to go ahead and make a motion, as written. I think it's pretty well spelled out here. The only problem I had was, about where the 19 feet was. But now it's explained to me, I'd like to make a motion as written.
Okay, do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
All right. I got a motion by Mr. Jim Cecil and second by Mr. Devin Graham to approve. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All right, motion passes.
Thank you.
Next zoning review ID is 2,483.15 for lot .845 acre tract of a portion of the Janet Michael property for Team Developments LLC located on the northwest corner of Cannon Road and LA Highway 431. Okay, that lot acre, that's, yeah.
That's one I have.
All right, tell us what you're trying to do.
Yes, we are proposing to develop a new Family Dollar at the corner of Highway 431 and Cannon, and we're requesting a variance to reduce the amount of parking required by code from 37 to 28, I believe.
How many you gonna have?
Me, Hen, sorry. Go ahead.
Overall spaces you're gonna have is 42 spaces?
28.
28 spaces is what you're looking to get to. 42 is what the code requires.
Yes.
42, yes, sir.
42. How many handicap spaces you having?
2.
Let's see.
What's the reason for the reduction?
The state highway took up a lot more of the right-of-way than what we were originally, that we originally designed off of the original survey. And when we had it resurveyed, the state had taken up a little bit more than what we thought we purchased.
When did you purchase the property?
We've had that property probably about 8 months, 10 months.
Okay, that's after the fact of DOT coming in and taking the highway, right? Yes, sorry. So so you didn't see that coming, I guess?
No, sir. We actually took this, I guess the original seller, we took their survey that they had, which was an older survey. They've had the property a while, and the original site plan was designed off their survey. But when we had it surveyed before the fact, and we found out that the DOT took a little bit more, much more of the corner than we thought off of the original survey. And our engineer worked with a gentleman here, and I can't recall his name. He quit. He was an engineer here that was reviewing, and he actually reviewed our original site plan and said that it looked fine, but we did take a big reduction.
Okay, so okay. Well, I'm saying that, you bought the property 8 months ago. The DOT, as everybody knows in here, takes a good while to.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah.
They got their paperwork in for years.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, I don't understand why you missed that. Sorry, but I don't understand that.
Yeah. What the original owner that we purchased from, we actually took their survey. Their survey might have been 20, 30 years old, I'm not sure. Our engineer took that survey, and that's how they designed the original site plan.
Yeah, but is that the one with the brick house?
The brick house has been
What's one
demoed.
Well, I know it's been torn down, but it still shows the corner cut off. Like, I don't see a difference between this survey map that's been provided to us.
Yeah, that's the new survey. That's the new survey.
Look at the-
Is this what the land was purchased under, this survey?
Yes, sir.
Are dual entranceways and exits necessary?
Through DOTD, because of the, they're making us put a pork chop on the front of 430, right in, right out.
431.
Yeah, 431, so that leaves the truck access for delivery pretty restricted to where we could utilize that.
Gotcha.
My concern is that if this is not always a
A Family Dollar.
Family Dollar, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
There are too many dollars going around nowadays. I hear they're buying each other up. Is that the next business that could be put in here could be a higher volume place, and we end up with a problem? Because this variance would apply to them also, and we don't know what's gonna be there in a couple of years. I mean, hopefully you will be there in a couple of
Yeah,
years,
well,
but
we hope so too. You know,
Do I have room for negotiation on this? Or are you hard clad on it?
well, yeah, I mean, if I could put more room in there, I would love to, you
No,
know.
what I'm saying is, how about we go 10 spaces, cut of 10 spaces instead of 14?
Reduced to like 30, 32 maybe?
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah,
32.
yeah,
Which
32.
would mean you'd have to add 4 more spaces to your map.
Okay.
How
I can-
about that?
I
mean,
can go back to
can
the
we go with
drawing
that?
board.
That's 25%.
Yeah, I can go back to the drawing board, see if the engineer can design something to make that.
I mean,
Or-
I'm with this man next to me here, I'm really, you know, if the store goes to somebody else, man, that's perfect for them, you know?
Right, right.
And no offense, but I've seen the volume that goes to the Family Dollar store, and it's just substantial, and in 431, that's a busy highway.
I definitely understand.
Talking about
I've
5
built
o'clock.
over 200 of them in 8 different states, and if it was up to Family Dollar, they would keep it at 25 spaces. What it does, first of all, it helps keep the occupancy level at a occupancy level to where they can manage efficiently. Reduces the amount of traffic coming in at one time and leaving at one time at any particular exit, you know, or entrance of the parking lot. But I don't mind going back to our engineer to see if he can try to get 4 more spaces out of it.
It's 38 spaces, by the way.
If you ask him about 10 reduction, he's required to have 42.
He's having, yeah.
So he'd give him 30.
He wanted 14, he wanted to subtract 14. I wanted to subtract only 10. If I subtract only 10, that gives him 38 spaces.
No, 32.
32, I'm sorry.
See, and I think that one of the ways they read that was that it was 1 space per 200 square foot for GFA,
Right.
and then, but the stock room wasn't included or something like that. Taking out the square footage of the stock room would have reduced it to, 37 spaces, and then you take 10% off of that. That's what he originally worked out or discussed with the original engineer from the parish. So.
So what you're saying is you need to make the stock room bigger?
No, the stock room's the stock room. It's the same size. They just, when they calculated it, originally calculated it, they took that into consideration.
Right.
Reducing the number of required parking spaces from 42 to 37.
Okay. Anybody
Yeah,
got any more questions?
I was gonna say, do you need the access to 431? That's not required or anything?
Yeah, that's your main, that would be our main
Main
feeder,
I
yeah.
just know they improved that intersection at Camden. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a right in, right out. It's not a
No,
full
yeah.
access,
Yeah.
but, yeah, that
I was
probably
just
would
thinking,
be
if
good.
you got rid of that, you could catch a few
Yeah,
more
yeah,
spots
put some
there.
more spots in there, yeah.
I have one question. The loading dock, is that level with the ground?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. There's no dock.
Yeah, it's just a zone, more or less.
Yeah, it's
Right,
just a
right,
painted
just
zone.
the area, right. Doors even with the sidewalk. You know, there's no dock at all.
Engineers and architects are creative, they'll be able to find a cool spot.
That's what I was looking at there.
They may go on top of the building, you never know.
We've tried it with Lowe's.
Well, Best Buy in New Orleans got parking on top. Any other questions? All right, we're gonna open public comment period. If anybody has anything for or against this variance, please come forward. Everybody's quiet tonight. All right. All right, closing public comment period. Do I hear any motion?
Well, I'd like to go ahead and make a motion. Well, first of all, if you're willing to work with me on this, I want to have 32 spaces
That's what
instead of
10
reduction of 14 spaces. That's acceptable. Okay. And if that's the case, I'll put that in the form of a motion.
That would be without eliminating the 2 handicap spots as
Right,
well.
Right.
right,
Yeah.
So a
right,
total of 32 spots.
right.
Okay, do I hear a second?
Handicap spaces are required by law.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm making that motion.
Do I hear a second?
I second that motion.
All right. Got a motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Aaron Lara, to modify the existing variance to allow a 10-space variance for a total of 32 parking spots. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Motion
Thank you.
carries.
Thank you.
All right, next is zoning review ID, 2484.15 for 1.793 acre tract of the Jeffrey J. Burns property for Thomas R. Brignac, located on the north side of Highway 621, approximately 100 feet from L. Landry Road, to request a variance. Get sworn in and tell us what you're trying to do.
Shaking her head? That's okay, she's just a lawyer.
Hey, now. We're not bad people.
I do. Ellen Jackson with McLean Taylor Incorporated, representing Mr. Brignac for this Board of Adjustments meeting. We asked for a variance. Mr. Brignac needs to separate his business from his residence, and in order to do that, these variances are required. So I'm asking for 3 variances, one for road frontage, front setback, and a rear setback.
Is this the new grocery store
Is it
on
what?
621? No.
Oh, no,
it's
this is
just down from-
Down
Dutchtown,
from it. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Dutchtown.
Dutchtown Car Center,
Yeah.
all right. And then on behind that.
Right. I went out, took a look at it, and he did have a house, I'm using my age now, okay? They had a house in front, and they moved the house to the back, and they put a car care center up front. Now, this is approved, correct me if I'm wrong, 4 years ago? 4 years ago?
Yeah.
By the Planning and Zoning Commission, and this is one of the things that they did not, I guess, not trying to be mean, but they didn't look at the driveway to the residence as so much as the business in the front.
We allow residents to be located on a business.
I know, we
so-
gave the variance to the one down the street from.
Correct. So we allow
to
that,
live over
and just
top
so
of.
happened that this one's asking a variance because of the house that's behind it, wanting to separate it from the building in the front.
My question is though, on your survey map, you got the road to the left. On my satellite map, it looks like the road's to the right,
It is to the right,
Yeah, the driveway.
the driveway.
yes,
The driveway is to the
So,
right.
do I?
It's to the right.
it's to the right. My biggest
For lot
concern.
X, what I'm saying is lot X goes all the way to the right-hand side, right?
Yeah, but they'll just drive through that lot to get to the house, is that
Yeah.
the goal?
Yeah, like what I'm looking for, like this. Okay, this is 621. And then this looks like the driveway going along right here down this side on the back.
Yes.
I'm looking at it on here. This looks like the driveway going right here to the left to go back here. And see how you even got a little thing that shows limestone right here?
Well, that is limestone back there too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
My biggest concern was an insurance problem as well as, the banking problem. I'm sure that the gentleman's gonna try to sell it or do whatever. And that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. The problem I have was the insurance problem. Then I recently found out that's not a problem. So I'm I'm speaking out loud because I want the board to hear as well. As well as the banking problem, apparently it's allowed. So I did not know that. I thought you had to have a private. But I have no further questions.
All right, so as far as the metal building, how far is the metal building to the property line that's on the road side?
It's on the road side,
On the driveway.
The
Driveway
access,
side.
driveway access.
driveway side.
Okay,
I see a 10-foot, is a 10-foot building line? Is that on side of the building, so you got 10 foot from the
Yeah.
property line on that side?
it is 10 foot on that side.
Then how much from the road, from the property line, the width of the driveway?
I can show you right here real quick.
How much?
Like, what's the width of the driveway to go to the back, right here on side of lot X?
Let me see if it's in the notes.
That's the only part that
Millimeter.
concerns me with this, is that it's such narrow between the middle building
you talking
and the edge of
about
that
that-
property to get back there.
Oh, well, that is 20 feet
It's a fairly good distance.
from the property line to the property line. Is that what you're talking about? How much
Yeah.
space you got in between there?
Yes.
20?
Yeah, like what I'm trying to say is, what's the reasoning going that side versus going the other side?
Well, because this side, it gives access directly to the building. And it was suggested by Ricky that we put it on the left side, so.
Because you have
Because it-
more, room on the right side, and I understand, but you can turn the driveway into a street to go straight back versus,
They do, but he suggested that give the residents a direct access instead of cutting across it for the residents.
Is there a plan to make a permanent driveway through there, or are they just going to leave it gravel? My concern is that if people at the car center, drop their cars off or park it there, and there's a fire at the house, they essentially blocked off access for a fire truck to get back there.
No, that's, they have 1, 2, 3 bay doors there.
No,
no, but I'm talking about like to get back here.
yeah, but to get back here.
I know, but what I'm
See, like right
saying
now,
is,
you're already on the satellite, you already got cars parked right here,
you're right.
on the side
And
that
you
they're
got-
using to the road. You see what I'm saying? You got cars
And you
right here.
right here too. Whoever fire truck has to come straight up.
Listen, and then this is so narrow right here that one
Yeah.
car will block that coming out of the building. So that's my issue, is that how narrow this is. But you have more room to work with on the other side, according
Yeah,
to this
you do.
map right here, than you do this side.
Well, I mean, that's a matter of probably sign no parking. That would be up to him and whoever the buyer is. That's an odd piece of property. Yeah, that's what I said. I can't believe we let
And
that.
so the narrow road, narrow space back there doesn't have any concern with y'all?
No, sir, it's not a drive. Remember, it's part of the property. So
Okay.
that property is, what it does is it comes back to Highway 621, and that frontage up front is the 80 feet of frontage. And he's maintaining it on the lot that's gonna be the residential, but the next lot, or the lot that the building's on, that's where he's asking his variance to reduce that frontage.
Okay.
So the lot that's residential, one of them, we could have cut it in half, we could have done whatever, but my feeling is that we want one to meet requirement, and then whatever the remainder is, what we were okay with. Which is what, 56 feet? .36, which is on the property that the building's on.
Okay, so my question is, if somebody puts a fence on that property line, okay, in between that property line and that building can still function coming out them side doors? If somebody puts a wooden fence all the way from the front to the back of this property line? No, where we're proposing the line of lot X, there's a fence already?
Well, I'm confused now.
Yeah.
Right here, like this. If I'm putting a fence right here along this, right here. This property line, lot X, to the left side of the lot X, if I put a fence up right there, does that make that building can that building be used? Cause that's what's gonna happen if they sell the lot and somebody else owns it and they don't like the
Well,
car
it'd be
standing in front.
conditional sale.
See, they're gonna put a fence here, to here, to here, like this. But can this building be used right here if there's a fence on that property line right there?
I see what you're saying.
Well, I see what you're saying, but that'd be conditional sale.
I'm just saying.
That's up to them.
Yeah, but it could be
Yeah,
an
but that's
issue
us
later on.
giving a, yeah, I mean, it could be an issue a long time, and that's us giving the variance of that building not be that close.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
This is, correct me if I'm wrong.
If you put a fence on, you saying between lot X,
Most probably, if these are no longer the same owner, somebody's gonna want, because they don't wanna have a car shop in front, they'll put a fence right here and right here. Would this metal building be able to operate out the side right here with a fence right there?
Yeah, I see
Okay.
it. You can see it on the
Yeah,
map.
but it's on the
But
current
it's not on
line.
this side of the property right here? I thought it was on this side, that fence is on this side of the property.
Yeah, but he's missing.
Yeah, if you look at the, you have this?
Yeah, I thought there was a fence right here, along this side,
No.
on his property, I think there's a
Right,
fence.
there's
Yeah,
a
there
fence right here, yes.
Right.
There's a
This
fence
is
all,
where the property line is right here.
yeah, but there's a fence, yeah, there's a fence.
What we're saying is there'd be a fence right here.
Which side of the property, if you're looking at the property, will the
No,
road
this
be
is
going
where
on?
it's driving at.
The driveway?
it's on the right.
On the right side, yeah, the
It's
access.
like here, the access right
Yeah, it's
here,
gonna be right here.
right here.
No, there is no access to
But
that.
then
one. It's
there's
separate
going to
property.
have to be an access to it.
Yes,
Not according to this.
No,
Yeah,
there
but
is. There
if
has to
you-
be. You can't
Yeah.
sell a property
You
back
did.
there.
If
Strip
neighbors
that.
dispute
Yeah.
each other, they can block each other
He's
off.
saying there's gonna be access right here on this
Y'all
side of
gonna
this property.
continue
There's not gonna be
to
access to that back property.
Yeah, they've been living there.
Whenever, if he sells that, they're gonna be using the
That's
same
conditional
driveway.
sale.
That's just,
That would be between the two property owners to
it's gonna
allow
continue going
him to
the
go through
same
that
way it's
property.
going.
But you can't sell property and isolate it,
Correct.
allowing no
Well,
access.
But
Correct.
it's not isolated to sell it, cause you got this
Yeah, you
side.
got that
Correct.
entrance.
right
You're gonna
here.
have
But what
access
I'm saying
to
is
the
there's
other side.
nothing in the map right here that indicates that that's a right of servitude or a right of access to get to the back. There's nothing on this map that
Well,
says there's a right of way.
That'll go when they sell the property.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they gonna
that'll
put
be-
that
If-
language in there when they
if
sell it.
he
Okay.
sells the property, right now, I don't think it's a sale pending, is it?
And I think up here,
Yeah.
there's a
My-
note, it
my-
says lot X and white, you know.
It's in his name right now, right? Okay. There's no condition of sale right now, right? Okay, so actually, again.
Okay, I'm just bringing that forward.
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah,
Well-
yeah, I understand.
If you look at the first note, it says that it will continue to have access.
Right,
And
there's a
it's
note
on
on,
here.
Okay,
I guess my concern's the future too, though. I mean, if I sell something to make the person behind me who purchased it mad, they put a fence up. I mean, it's a public place. We're supposed to protect all this. That's my issue. I'll point that out.
Well, the person that buys it in the back, that's what I'm,
I understand,
confused
but
about.
there's also a parking lot there, so
well, they can only put a fence across the front of it, of the back property. If it's split in two, they can only put a fence across the front, like in the middle of the property. You know, if you're saying that if they're gonna split it across here, this person, you worried about these people in the back putting
Yeah,
a
but-
fence?
Well, no, like what
where
we're
you're
saying is on the side.
towards your pinky, they got a
he's
nice
saying-
line right there. It's going all the way to 621.
The
right to the middle of that
scenarios-
parking
Scenarios
lot.
we gotta think about. Somebody buys this
That
metal.
red line's off a little bit. By
Right, the
way.
red line is not exact. on
No,
this.
I
That's
understand
Google.
that.
I mean,
Here's where they're separating it, right there.
Right.
Basically, let me get this. They're separating it right
Yeah,
here.
but it's not going from one
Okay.
side to the other.
It's not going to one side. He's got access coming through here, straight back to the back.
Correct.
Okay, they're just cutting it off right here,
But,
leaving everything just like it is.
no, but they own the property.
Right.
They own a stretch down to
Right.
the highway on that side too, though.
Correct.
Right.
But they're gonna have, I think if they sell the property and they haven't cut it off right here, they're gonna take the most direct route, which is going to be this way.
Right.
But what I'm
And that'd
telling
be
y'all is
condition
though,
to
is
sell.
we assume the house gets sold, say the business gets sold, and that business does not want the cars going down the driveway past their business, okay?
They'll have
It's
no choice.
condition to sell.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, that's conventional sale, but that's not property that the person in the back owns. So, I'm just saying, usually when we look at it and we have a right-of-way written on the map, it's done on the map, for
Yeah,
that
but this
unit,
is
so.
where I'm gonna go with the zoning, planning and zoning. Missed this 4 years ago.
Yeah, but,
They should have never
But I mean,
done
my
that.
whole point is you don't need a right of way if you own the property
right,
to the left of that building. And I do real estate. If I come in and somebody said, you gotta put a right of way to buy this, and I go, but you own 30 feet over there, move your driveway. I mean, it depends on which side I'm arguing for, but
No, I agree, and even if at one point the car shop, or the car repair shop is sold,
You don't have to buy it.
they're not going to be able to just put a fence up and block the people off. There's going to be a right for the people in the back, that when it's sold, that they will be able to get to Highway 621.
Okay.
And it's gonna be the straightest route, which is to be straight up this side of the
And
driveway.
that's why he will, when he sells it, he will sell only this part. right
Exactly.
here. He will not sell this part.
Or he'll sell that part and there'll be a right of way
Yeah.
as part of the terms of
Yes.
sale. So I mean, I don't think that it's really an issue.
It's not an issue. No. And I agree with what you're saying.
all right. Have a seat, we'll open up a public comment period. If anybody has anything for or against this variance, please come forward.
Okay. Well, a lot of people want to participate.
I know, everybody must be here for a variance.
Yeah. Well, we got a
All
long
right.
way to go.
Closing public comment period. Discussion, motion.
I'd like to go ahead and make a motion that we, go ahead and approve this variance as written.
I second that motion.
All right, got a motion to approve as written from Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Aaron Lawler. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
I get it.
All right. Motion passes.
I don't like it, but.
All right, next zoning review ID 2485.15 for Lot 1 of the Ascension Marketplace for Racetrack Petroleum, located on the east side of LA 73, approximately 200 feet south of Seaboro Road. Somebody here to represent the, okay? Sign in and get sworn in. All right, tell us what you're trying to do. Can't wait to hear this, because I live right here, so.
Well, thank you for having us here this evening. My name is Adam Karachi, and I'm with Racetrack Petroleum out of our Atlanta office. We are actually here this evening to talk about the renovation of our Dutchtown community store. We actually recently just built a store in the Prairieville, and we're actually renovating this Dutchtown store to make it more in line with the offers that we have in Prairieville. Part of that would involve bringing in an expanded coffee selection and then also introducing frozen yogurt to the Dutchtown community. To do that, we need to actually add a walk-in freezer, which our store currently does not have. Because of the unique way that the site is laid out right now, the freezer that we would add on to the building actually would encroach into the setback on the rear of the building. So we're actually here tonight requesting just slightly over a 2-foot variance into the rear setback.
In that rear and the back, does it cover any overhangs that you may have on the freezer?
It was calculated by staff.
I didn't calculate any overhang for a freezer. I think the freezer's not gonna have any overhang, it's just gonna
It's
stop
gonna
at
be a
that point.
square
Right,
box freezer?
it's gonna be a flat roof,
Okay.
and it will be brick masonry, so it'll match the existing building.
Okay. Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, where's it exactly at? I might not be seeing it, but I'm looking at the layout of the map. Is it towards the left side of the store or the right?
We have a presentation that I can show you guys to kind of explain if you'd like.
Gentlemen?
That's fine.
Just give it a second to,
You got it as a computer or?
it's on the
Okay.
screen.
That's right in front of him.
So on the site plan that we're showing on the screen right now, the freezer's actually gonna go the back of the building, where there's a black box kind of outlined right now, and then we've circled it. On the floor plan for the proposed interior of the remodel of the store, you can see that it's pretty much as tight as we can make it. Any smaller and it would be a confined space. So we've tried to consolidate it as much as possible, so we're not asking for too much into the right or into the setback. And then this is just the proposed elevation of the store. So you can see we're adding some stacked stone. We're going to make it more attractive, and it's going to look very similar to our store on Old Jefferson and Airline in Prairieville. There's another picture of the elevation, and that's it.
That's a little easier.
And then if you have any more questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Anybody else got any questions?
I have no questions.
Jim, you wanna give him a hard time or anything?
No,
Alright.
I'm just kind of curious.
Anybody?
Frozen yogurt?
Must like yogurt. Yogurt must be okay.
Yo play, huh? Says put a
That's a
cover.
different one.
Huh?
That's a different one.
I was starting to say, Lord have mercy.
I should just let you go. about
Yeah.
2 minutes.
no, it's gonna-
No, I almost did that earlier. Sorry, yours came up swapped in our packet, so
Oh, okay.
the last one came up first before yours in our packet. Alright, so we'll go ahead
How
and,
big's this freezer?
it's not that big. I thought it would be bigger than that.
It's maybe 150 square feet.
150. What?
It's about 150 square
On your
feet.
plans, what's the dash line around the building? Is that like a side, or is that the eve of the building?
The
There's a little dash line around that, outside the building on your plan?
Looks like
you're
an
talking about the
That looks, is that the overhang, the dash line around it?
Yeah, you talking about right there, the right,
An
the rear.
existing overhang, yeah.
It looked like it didn't go much further outside that overhang.
Yeah, I was about to say,
On the picture that you presented earlier. Can you go back to the picture of the black dot freezer?
Lights off freezer.
See, on this one,
Yeah,
it looks about the
touches
same.
Parallel
as
with
the, Parallel with that overhang, by the sidewalk and overhang.
Sidewalk,
oh
yeah,
that
the
yeah that's
sidewalk.
the sidewalk around the
It's
building.
existing
So it's
sidewalk.
about the same width as the sidewalk already, so,
Right, the sidewalk's about 5 feet.
okay. All right, we'll go ahead and open, public comment period. Anybody wants to say anything for or against this variance? Please come forward. Can you have a seat, sir? Somebody wants to talk about it. Let's go ahead and sign in, please. Okay. You can go ahead and speak. We don't let the guests don't have to swear in, just the applicant.
Okay. My name is Lee Pickard. I'm the developer of Ascension Marketplace.
Okay,
We originally sold a piece of property to Racetrack about 3 years ago. I just got this notice on Thursday, and it was a little vague, and when I went on the website, I still didn't see where the freezer was going to go, didn't know what they were going to do, and quite frankly, questioned whether or not frozen yogurt fits into the business plan what we agreed upon when we sold them the property. They were to sell typical convenience store items and that kind of thing, and yogurt is, kind of a new introduction to convenience stores. I've never seen one in there before, but as I say, we haven't had a chance to even speak with the racetrack about what they're doing. There's a driveway proposed on the backside of the building, and that property has now been sold, and there's a development going in there for a hotel, and there's also a wraparound road that goes along the back of the racetrack and down the property line to service that hotel. And there'll be, 18-wheelers and that kind of thing coming in and out of there. So I've got a bit of a problem with the protrusion. Now, I'm glad to hear that they're planning on covering it with a brick masonry wall, because that's one of the restrictions that we had when we sold the property to them, that we couldn't have, utilities and metal backside of the building because of the continued development in the rear of the building. So, I would ask that you postpone any decision until we can talk to them and see what complications this may present to the ongoing development of the property.
Okay. I know right now we'll probably have to act on it because we've heard it in a public hearing, and if we don't, it's going to be approved in 30 days, whether we hear it or not, automatically. So we have to probably rule on it tonight because it's been posted. So it would be an accept or deny tonight. I don't think there'll be a delay just because we're hearing it already, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Okay. Well, as I say, there's a number of different properties involved in this complex, and we try to make sure that anything that's done is for the good of the whole project. And
one thing we can't look at is, what they're planning on doing inside of that. I mean, we're looking at how close it is to that road, and how will it affect that road, because we see the proposed drive, but it's just taking up just the amount of space as their sidewalk is taking up right now.
well,
According to
their
their map right
sidewalk
here,
isn't built into the setback.
so it
The setback starts at the sidewalk. I mean, it starts at the building.
and I know, but they're only requesting a 3-foot, 2.83 foot variance, outside
3
that
foot.
setback. So
2.85.
yeah, so
So they can't go
2.85,
past
so,
that point anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
they'd have to stay inside that range.
yeah. So they're still staying roughly about 12 feet away from the
12.15.
side of the road, which then has road right of way also on side of it. So
No, it doesn't have any right-of-way on the outside of the driveway. The right-of-way is part of that setback.
right, but the side of the road is not going to be built right up on the line, on
Yeah.
the property line. Not according to their map
Well,
on their drawing here.
I mean, it wouldn't cross the property line. Even the curb would have to be on the edge of the property line, I would assume, right, Lance? So,
yeah.
I mean, you're still 12.15 feet away.
Yeah.
No?
So
And I don't see where the freezer is going to extend any further than the
Yeah.
existing overhang or the sidewalk back there.
I mean,
Based on everything I've seen,
if they're
If
they was to
it
scale.
didn't extend beyond that, then they wouldn't need a variance. Like I said, I haven't spoken with anybody about this, and I've gone and looked, and based on the documents that were online, I didn't see the freezer actually drawn into that to see where it extends and that kind of thing.
That's my understanding. This little area. They must have already had a variance.
Yeah.
For this corner right here is part of variance.
unless it's coming out 3 feet, and there's just some line here that's not.
Well, according to the measurements on here.
Now we're looking at a black dot on the screen that's showing the exact. It's not the exact measurements. So the only thing I think of is that's the.
I don't see my problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else would like to speak for or against this variance? Please come forward. All right, we're closing public comment period. Do I hear a motion, discussion?
I move to accept
As written?
as written.
I'll go ahead and second that.
Yeah.
All right, got a motion by Mr. Aaron Lawler, second by Mr. Jim Cecil, to approve as written. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion's approved. Our next zoning review ID 2486.15 for Violet Riley Denham, located on the south side of Weber City Road, approximately 300 feet of East Lanou Road. Somebody here to represent this one, please.
Bet you there is.
Nobody here?
That was easy.
You're not here for this one? Oh, he's just watching.
What?
Got a fan in the crowd.
Thank you. Sorry we ain't got no popcorn or anything, refreshments, you know. But.
We do have an open position.
That's right. should
Yeah, we do have an
bar.
open position, so if you'd like to come every month, you know.
Yeah.
Y'all want to delay it till next month since nobody's here to speak on it,
I
or y'all
think-
want to rule
yes.
on it?
I'd like to go ahead and make a motion that we defer this until next month on the agenda.
I'll second that.
Unless you think they're not coming.
Let me,
They not coming?
You have to be careful, Lance. You don't want to run afoul of that 60-day period and have it automatically approved.
I know,
Sure.
but that's,
I mean,
I mean, usually, if y'all think, give somebody the right to defend themselves, if we ain't got nobody to ask questions to.
Well, they should have been here.
Usually we delay it for 1 month, but we'll have to hear it next month, yeah,
Where's the application?
whether they show up or not. It doesn't matter to me, we gotta be here
I said
or
let's-
not, so. Now, if we miss quorum next month, then, yeah, we
I'm
have,
saying nay.
No, we're not gonna miss quorum. Our new vice
So I don't
chair.
know when, I don't see the application date on the packet, so.
because they're requesting a pretty big variance, 25 feet.
Right.
Pretty big.
Calendar.
All right. I'll say we delay it.
I go ahead and made the motion. And
All right.
we also have a second already.
All right, postponement by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by
Second.
Mike. We'll postpone this zoning review ID 2486.15 to February's meeting. All those in favor?
Nay.
All right. Do I have any old business?
Nope.
well, let me ask, we'll act on it next month no matter what, though, right?
Yeah, we have to act on it next month, whether they show up or not.
Okay, I know it is, when I read the comments on it.
Number 8, new business? Any new business? All right, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I gotta make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that motion.
All right, got a motion by Mr. Jim Cecil, second by Mr. Aaron Lawler to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.